streaming?
Yep, I always stream this game. It's a good game for
Okay.
streaming. Is that okay? Do you mind?
I don't
You
mind.
can be
I mean, I
famous
don't
on the
mind. I'm
internet.
fine. I don't mind. I like streams. It's just I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Yep, alright, so it's on, and let me just check.
Mind. I like streams. It's just I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Yep, alright, so it's on. Yep, and the audio sounds good on it, so I'll mute that back up again.
Don't hear anything.
I meant the stream audio.
Oh. Link
So
go there.
I was just checking the stream, but that's fine. It's good. So, you won't hear anything because I'm just sharing the screen, but I turned the music off anyway since last time I streamed it with the music on. It got copyright claims when I put it up on YouTube, so we'll do without the music.
Okay.
But
For the
it's all
best.
about the voice acting of us anyway, so the rest of it doesn't really matter.
Can try because I don't really know what voices you guys do. For
Well,
certain
this is
characters.
alright. We can make up new voices. Like I have a voice that I do for Vera, a snake-haired lady, and like she's my number one that I always do. And then the Intergalactic Prince I do pretty well, and the Coven I do a nice broad Australian accent for them, which is kind of fun. The
I don't
rest
have a
of
lot
them
of range
are all
in what I
kinda
can
random.
do, but I will try.
Yes. All right. So 2 players. Shall we go the full game? It's not much difference in time. It's just the 2 of us.
Cool.
Yep. All right. Ah, spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey of discovery to find out who we really were. Okay, who are you? You can choose first. I don't mind who I end up being.
Far right.
This one. And your name is Emily? And your pronouns, which pronouns would you like for this round? She? Or something else?
Good.
She? Yep. Alright. And I will be a mirror this time. And I am also she. There we go. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dreamed prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, age 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal.
Yeah.
Damien LaVey, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly large heart. Liam de Lioncourt, 400-something, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanour hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geist, 22, maybe? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear. It had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more dauntingly, only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Alright. Now, onto the pop quiz. Do you want to voice the narration for the pop quiz here? Just some sort of
Okay.
ditzy kind of
Mr.
thing works pretty well for it.
Stupidest pop quiz ever. But are they rotten in so many? But they are rotten in so many different ways. Okay. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever, TM. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. Okay. Each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Okay, let us do that.
Alright.
coolest mythological creature.
Which is
This
the
weird
coolest
creature I drew when I was 6 and was clearly super derivative from other mythological creatures. It was super cool and it's my OC spirit animal, okay? The invisible hand of the free market, a sphinx, who's super turnt and ready to party, and she wraps all her riddles. She still kills you if you don't answer them correctly, but she wraps all the riddles.
What do you reckon?
The bottom one.
The Sphinx. Alright. Which is the coolest mythological creature? I'll say... This weird creature I drew when I was 6, and which is clearly super derivative from other mythological creatures, but it's super cool, and it's my OC, and my spirit animal, okay? It's your chance to fix global warming. Go ahead.
Well, I invented it. No science is claiming authorship. Lane Cupcake with no original ideas. It's time to be a real hero. I'll lead a mission to the sun in order to invite the sun to the party of its life. We'll have so many hilarious misadventures that the sun will eventually become cooler. Oh god, that is me. Okay. The world is doomed. I'll start investing in ships and start a profitable business for the soon to be covered by the water world. Okay, the middle one.
Yep. I'm gonna go with, nah, the world is doomed. But I'll start investing in ships and start a profitable business for the soon to be covered by water world. Alright, the world will end tomorrow. What will you do today?
Aura's party is if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? It's okay, we invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of the commoners. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. 100 push-ups. No, 200 push-ups. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit the other people's hysteria. I'll do the world. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today.
Alright. And I'll go with... I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. Alright. Yeah, so that pop quiz is always... The first 2 questions give you boosts to 2 of your stats, and the third question determines which monster will be interested in you from the start and will turn up in events early on. So now it is week 1, the morning. So these are your stats up here in blue, and when I mouse over it you see the little icons appear on all the different locations showing us which stat you can gain from each of those. So the auditorium will give you creativity, the classroom will give you smarts, the library will give you money, outdoors will give you fun, the gym will give you charm, and the bathrooms will give you boldness. So whoever you want to date, they'll have certain standards of stats that you need to reach to be successful with them. Plus, wherever you go, you'll get +2 to that stat, and then there'll be an event in which you'll have to make a choice, and if you have the stats to support the choice you make, you'll get some more stats. And if you fail your choice, then you'll lose some stats.
Alrighty.
So you've got 6 smarts, 5 boldness, 3 creativity, 5 charm, and 9 fun, and 5 money. So your creativity is super low, so it might be worth working on that. Although you're going after Damien to start with, so boldness is like your number 1 with him. So you could just focus on building your boldness and forget about creativity, since it's not going to help you much with Damien. But you can choose wherever you want to go.
Well, the last thing you said, building my boldness.
Building your boldness. Alright. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You get +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Later, you're minding your own business, which soon proves to be difficult when you notice Damien and Scott in the vicinity in the middle of some hot, sweaty arm wrestling. Unfortunately, you can't enjoy it very long, since stupid, strong Scott beats Damien in no time, but it seems you're not the only one mad at the outcome of this situation. So, Scott, I have recently been doing in like Fezzik voice, which is pretty cool. And then Damien, usually Drummo voices Damien and makes him sound kind of gruff and, well, Damien is always angry all the time, so Drummo tries to make him sort of sound gruff and hot and angry, but I'll let you do Damien, and you can do him however you want, and I'll do Scott.
Oh gosh, I'll try.
Yeah, you have range, you can do it.
Okay. Okay, let me just visualize what this is doing. This is so unfair. That one didn't count, Scott. We should arm wrestle, but with guns.
But bro, I've got these 2 guns already. And by guns, I mean my big arm muscles. Which, just to be clear, are not real guns. But still.
What if I won't murder you? Arm wrestling proves nothing. To see who's the very best, we should add a huge rock until it breaks, just because of our pure rage and awesomeness.
I'm losing the start, like the first few words of most of the things you say. I don't know if it's like the voice gate.
Let me bring my
Discord or
mic closer.
something, but yeah.
We should subdue a tiger with just a scary and manly look.
Bro, now you're just quoting stuff from yesterday's episode of Ultimate Warriors of Mount Awesome. Face it, bro. I'm the Ultimate Warrior.
No! Arm wrestling doesn't mean shit! Not because arm wrestling isn't going my way, but I've just decided you should settle this tie by proposing a way to decide who the real Ultimate Warrior is around here.
Alright. So usually when we've got choices like this, you just read them both in your head and then act out, like voice act the line that you want, and I'll click on it.
Second one.
Yeah. So you tell
Whoever
him.
can punch the sun in the face.
Oh, I don't know, bro. That doesn't even seem
In! I can't be too loud. I'm gonna punch that stupid sun right in the face, and I'm gonna be the very best. Anyway, I wanted to punch the sun already. That motherfucker thinks he's more fiery than me.
Are you sure about this, Damien? Isn't the sun like a big ball of gas without any real face on it?
That's what the little sun-fearing loser would say.
Also, how do you plan to get there to punch it in its face anyway? The sun is like super far away, Damien. No, it's like super far away. It's like I'm 87% sure you can't get there with a ladder.
Yeah, Scott, I know, I'm not an idiot. That's why I'll be using a really tall ladder.
Okay. It seems the 2 of you will need to work out the specifics on that later. Nah, bro. I'm out. The plan doesn't sound very nice or very possible. Also, the sun and I are pen pals. What?
Good boy Scott wasn't fierce enough to punch the sun in its face. Me, I'm Damien fucking LaVey, and I will punch the sun in its fucking face because of all the bad things it's done, like UV radiation and shit, but mostly because of pure graciousness, gratuitous
Yep, gratuitous.
gratuitous violence, and because I want to become the ultimate warrior no matter what. Next few weeks, Emily, I'll be needing your smarts to come up with a good plan for not dying while punching the sun. The wacky misadventures that'll strengthen our bonds. Maybe even fall into the love zone. What the fuck?
Fuck yeah, you're ready for that. It's punching the fucking sun time. Oh, and you gain +2 creativity and +1 boldness. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go to the library and get some more money. That day, you spent some time on the library PCs, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency, but you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain +2 bitcoins, which is equal to +$2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so +2 money. Later, you hear Vera and Liam in a heated conversation which seems to contain some pretty sexually explicit language, so naturally, you go eavesdrop. Alright, so I'll do Vera, and you can do Liam. So Liam's like hipster vampire. He's usually got like a fairly high-pitched whiny voice. So that should be... Again, you can do whatever you want though. Tim does a pretty good like the Count from Sesame Street sort of Transylvanian accent for him because he's a vampire, and that works well too.
God.
So whatever you want to
just
do.
Look at him
See how you go. As long as he doesn't sound identical to Damien, you're fine.
see. I only really have one low register. So,
Well, you don't have to make him low. Like, you can make him
right.
squeaky.
Speaking as
he's...
a male, I can say that even I grow weary from the infantilizing monotony of the male gaze.
Yeah, that's good. That's when Ritz does Liam, she does like a peridot voice, and you're sort of pretty close
Yeah.
between that and like Star's regular whiny Liam voice. So sounds good. Thank you. See, I want to advocate for the Gorgon gaze instead, but that would just turn people rock hard. That's not an erection joke. People would die.
Like hentai is the source of the problem. It's so unrealistic. Hello, I'm not a 2D drawing. I'm a real vampire.
I know. Even I can't keep up with the standards hentai is setting. What am I supposed to do? Just grow a dick during sex?
All the women are drawn exactly the same. There's even less body type diversity than at this school. I don't think anyone in real life has ever willingly addressed a tentacle as senpai. And what's with the tentacles anyway?
Because half the studio heads are krakens, Liam. And no tea, no shade to the women who do enjoy tentacle porn, but I know at least 3 of my snakes do, but I won't out them. But I do think there should be a more diverse offering for those of us who would like something less,
Phallosexual? Agreed.
Hentai should be more artistic. Redraw explicit scenes in the styles of great artists such as Picasso and Magritte.
There's a fresh idea in an untapped demographic. I have no doubt that there are sources of monsters itching to combine sexual gratification and art history.
I can see it now. Picasso-esque tentacle beasts with off-kilter tentacles coming out of their eyes and mouths.
That word. What is that first word?
I think.
Emails made of thousands of little dots. Is that a nipple I see or a stipple? I'm uncomfortable.
Chagall BDSM. Monsters beaten blue and blue.
They'll be so busy appreciating the artistry, they'll have no time to identify the subject matter.
Thank you, Fuzzy. You rock our world like, well, classics pornography mashups. They hurry off to discuss further ways to get off to art, improving the world greatly for them, for you, and for all lovers of hentai and art classics. You gain +2 smarts and +1 creativity. Alright, so this is like a debate thing, which we can skip by just hitting random, if we don't want to actually do the debating of the thing. Player already decide based on who is most likely to be hiding corpses in the basement now. We'll just skip that. Alright, I'm going first. So, it's now lunchtime. So at lunchtime, we each get to choose a table to sit at to have lunch. And so if you choose one of the tables that has the prospects on it, then you get to have a little little cutscene thing with them, and you get to make a choice to support either one or the other in whatever activity is happening, and that will make them like you. That the one you support will like you more. So that you sort of got to like go and sit with the one you want and support them in whatever happens to get that. But then you also have the options of these other 2 tables. This one is the shop, where you can buy items, which will change the way the game works potentially, or can give you stat boosts. And sitting with someone who isn't a love interest or the shop, there'll be like a secondary character who will give you a stat boost, a +4 to one of 2 stats, depending on what you choose. So I've got 9 money. I'm going to go to the shop. No, I'm going to go... I don't actually care too much about dating Liam this time. I'm interested in doing one of the item runs instead. So I'm going to go and sit with the Slayer, because she's going to give me a stat boost, which might be useful. I don't think I have enough money to buy the really good stuff yet. You find the Slayer sitting alone at a table. Is she even a student or what? Ah, now, do you want to do her, or shall I do her?
Hmm. Okay,
She's...
I see like Undyne.
Yeah.
So that's like powerful me. That's just me, but with power.
Alright, that sounds
I can
good.
give it a shot.
Yeah.
Wait, you're choosing to sit with me? No one ever intentionally sits next to me. I usually have to ambush them and threaten to kill them. I wonder why. It's a mystery. Really happy you. I mean, I'm flattered that. I mean, actually, I wouldn't give a shit about you under normal circumstances, but today I'm on a quest. Yeah, that's right. I'm not emotionally vulnerable. I'm on a quest to slay the werewolf of Wall Street, and I need a monster sidekick. Obviously, I just need to know what your class is. Are you a fighter, a mage, a cleric? Out with it.
Oh, you're something much better. You're a... I'm a... Well, my fun is lower than my boldness. Yeah. I'm a party smith.
Party Smith, how's being able to craft a wicked party from nothing going to help me slay the werewolf of Wall Street? Oh well, I already committed to bringing you along. I suppose you could be my scrappy comic relief.
Clearly the Slayer is uninitiated in the mysteries of the party smith. You set out to prove her wrong. By organising a party so baller that only a fool would miss it, you managed to lure the werewolf of Wall Street out into the open. But what he doesn't know is that your guest list for your party included basically just a fuck ton of knives and wolfsbane. The wolf dies how he lived, high as balls on cocaine.
That was probably a fluke, but I'll hit you up if we do a sequel or a spin-off. And, let me know if you want to sit with me at lunch again.
You probably won't, but who knows? The world is a crazy place. For your top-notch party smithing, you gain +4 fun. Alright. So, do you want to sit with Damien? Yep. You come upon Damien sneering at Miranda's elaborate silverware spread, while her eating serfs chow down obediently at a neighbouring table.
Still don't get why you collect all those stupid forks and spoons and shit. Knives don't really look that deadly.
Silly boy! This silverware is not for killing.
Things can be for stuff other than killing. Hell, it's basically useless. I mean, you don't even eat. Your serfs do it for you.
Well, of course they do.
They're not using any of your silverware.
Naturally they aren't. Serfs must eat with their hands, as befits the lower classes.
Saying the silverware collection has no practical purpose.
Things have practical purposes? These two could go round and round like this forever, unless you say something to resolve the dispute.
Damien's right, Mary. Maybe it is time you started murdering people with your silverware. I mean, I was just giving her shit, but I am in favor of any plan that gets more people murdered.
Oh, how barbaric! Are you sure that's the right thing to do?
100%. Absolutely.
Well, all right then. Yum Yum, Daisy, take the sharpest of these silvered wares in your filthy peasant hands and go a-murdering, would you?
I was kind of hoping you would do the murdering yourself.
If we're living in an age wherein a lady can't outsource her senseless murders to her servants, I don't know what the world is coming to.
As long as the murders get done, I guess I don't care.
Miranda even outsources some silverware murder to you and Damien, as a team. It really brings you closer to each other. Yeah, I'll just go random again, shall we?
Eh.
Yeah, I'll just random through all these challenges there. Pain. Oh, I'm first again. Alright, time for another session of school. Let's see. I want some more money so I can buy something cool. Easy steps to enlarge your tentacles. That day, you spent some time on the library PC, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain +2 money. You see Liam talking to Miranda. Miranda looks confused, and Liam looks frustrated. Uh-oh. But I simply do not understand this art you are describing. You say that the art piece is a bathroom?
Oh, no. For the 100th time, the art piece is the experience of going into a bathroom, thinking that it's an art piece. Purposefully gave the room number of the bathroom as a room number for the exhibit. Even though there was a whole room full of his paintings elsewhere in the building, it was revolutionary.
It certainly seems very complicated. Personally, I prefer the exoplanet sculptures of the Atlantean 5th dynasty. You know, the man in the moon, the face on Mars, all of Pluto, art on such a grand scale.
That's not art, that's populism at its worst.
Well, I don't think that bathroom business sounds like art. But how are we supposed to discuss art if we can't even agree on what it is? Oh, if only someone would come along and provide a satisfying definition of art, I would be so pleased. You've got this, no problem. It's so simple. Let's go with... Art is a method for making worthless things into very expensive things. Oh, how true! Mars was just a bunch of sparsely populated red rocks before Giblet Grinston completed his masterpiece. After that, he was able to sell it to the Arcturans for 1 trillion doubloons. The Martians weren't happy about it, but you know what they say. Sometimes we must suffer for other people's art.
The last bit is only part of what you're saying that I agree with.
So that's what happened to life on Mars. You gain some new knowledge about the solar system. Also gain +2 smarts and +1 charm. Alright, so today the auditorium has the shop in it, so you can't gain charm by going there, but you can buy things. Or you could go to smarts or... sorry, not charm, creativity. Smarts or charm or boldness or fun.
We already talked to Damien, right? So we can't do that again? Or we could?
Oh, well no, as long as you keep Damien on the hook at lunch and stuff and keep answering his things right, you're going to keep seeing him wherever you go. But boldness is like the main stat you want to do well with him. So 8's pretty good, but getting more is always good too.
We can't...
Creativity is the shop right now.
Okay, let's do charm then.
Alright. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. You're wondering if anyone is going to try to punch the sun anytime soon, when suddenly...
Emily, you sun punch helping motherfucker. You're ready to help me punch the sun?
Heck yeah, it's what you were born to do. Or something.
Research. And it turns out that the sun is pretty fucking far from Earth.
Who would have ever guessed this shocking revelation?
Seems like the sun is closer to space than Earth. So to get there, we're going to need a spaceship. The only question is, where to get one of those things?
Where indeed. So these decisions you make here are always based on a stat, and if you've got the high enough of the stat for the answer you choose, then you'll succeed.
Okay. Just check out the school spaceship. I mean, what kind of high school would we be if we didn't have our own regulated high school spaceship? A very bad spaceshipless one at the least. Spaceships are real things. I thought a spaceship is when you root for 2 pop culture icons to fuck in the near-Earth orbit. We'll have a spaceship.
Really, Damien? Trying to apply logic to Spooky High? You should know better by now.
It's really allowed to check it out. Usually they don't let me do anything fun. Such double standards. If I burn down the library, it's disrespectful. But if I masturbate in it, that's disrespectful too. You just can't win.
That may be true, but it turns out the process of checking out a spaceship is shockingly, disturbingly easy. You just ask for a permission slip, forge the signature of Damien's dad's, resubmit it, and are instantly given access.
Holy fuck, that was easy. Almost upsettingly so. Just thinking about what would happen if that power got into the wrong hands. Using it to punch the motherfucking sun in the face. Yeah!
You did it. You got a spaceship. This is going to be lit. On fire. Because you're punching the sun. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts. Yeah, so you're on the track for a secret ending with this sun punching Vizzo. Which is kind of cool. I haven't got that one yet, so it's nice.
I want to punch the sun.
Yes. That weekend, something happened to Emily. You're doing some healthy nighttime jogging when suddenly a chariot pulled by aquatic horses, not seahorses, emerges from a nearby fountain. How does that even work? Anyway, a door from the chariot opens, and unsurprisingly, it turns out to be Miranda.
Ah, Emily, you seem like a trustworthy person.
Well, you certainly like to think so.
I need to let you in on a secret. And don't tell anyone this, I am a princess. I've been keeping it undercover because I think I'm falling in love with a mere commoner, Fuzzy. I've thrown some hints around here and there, like always wearing my crown, or casually and subtly mentioning that I'm a princess every 3 or 4 minutes. But soon, it shall be time for the plot point in every good romance where my true identity is discovered. And they must accept me as the princess that I am. Now, this always turns out just fine in the movies and the fairy tales, but alas, here in the real world, dictated by logic and reason...
She can't meet this one, right?
There are some very confused people who think that my kingdom's benign and helpful invasion of other kingdoms are unfair, and therefore are against the monarchy. Naturally, I am anxious as to how someone like that might react when they finally learn my incredibly well-hidden secret that I am a princess.
What of Fuzzy? How does she feel about the monarchy? Indeed. How do I feel about the monarchy? So you get to choose here, and if you support me, then she'll love me more, and if you don't support me, then she will love me less. And you may also gain a stat boost from one or both of these answers.
Do you want her to love you, or are you going for someone else?
I don't really care. Yeah, I'm more inclined to get something cool out of the shop and go for that. So,
okay.
Whichever answer you like more, you can choose.
Let's see. The monarchy? She loves the monarchy. That's why she voted to never vote for class president again, and instead choose someone based on divine right.
Voting? To end voting? Why, that's one of the most brilliant subversions of peasant power I've ever heard. Fuzzy's support of the monarchy shall not go unnoticed nor unrewarded. Assuming you consider going to prom with me a reward for supporting the monarchy. Which, of course, it is. Huzzah!
Huzzah, indeed. You gain +3 charm. Aha, you got +3 charm. Very nice. Alright, I'm first again. Alright, now I'm going to visit the shop because I've got like 11 money. That should be enough to buy anything. And the shop is in the outdoors, so that's where I'll go. Hey! Why would you study and prepare for your future when you can come right here and buy some weird shit instead? Am I right? Alright. Oh, too poor for the greeting cards, but I've already done them anyway. The floppy disk isn't here. That's a shame. And I'm too poor for the angel blood, but I've done that as well, so that's alright. Maybe I should do... Yeah, I guess I'll do this one. Though I've done it before as well, but it's fun. The power totem of Zagord, ruler of the Dark Realms. I'm not quite sure if it's... I'm sorry, this should be the shopkeeper voice. I'm not quite sure if it's safe for the school and the entire fabric of reality to sell this to high schoolers, but a girl needs a new pair of badass boots, so fuck safety. You know what? All profits are donated to a good cause. Spoiler alert, the good cause is buying me a new phone. Sweet. Alright. So, some more boldness for you? Or do you want to boost your creativity? Smarts?
Boldness more.
Yeah.
I think I need more of that.
That day, you visit the bathrooms to take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard. You gain +2 boldness and probably +1 staphylococcus with a slight chance of +1 STD. As you enter the bathroom, you notice that there's something a little different about it. Specifically, the different thing is that it's on fire!
That might be a bit different. Believe it, the bathroom just randomly caught on fire for no reason. Oh yeah, sure.
On the wall, you notice graffiti reading, Scott is more swole than Damien 5 ever. That surely is unrelated.
Shit, dude, I can't get detention again. I have an urgent appointment with someone. And by that I mean my fists have an urgent appointment with their face. And if my fist can't make that appointment...
Damien cracks his knuckles. Better think of a way to save him.
Call Scott and have him pee it out. If there's one thing we know about Scott, is that he loves to pee on things.
So charming.
Genius. I can solve my problem and do something that makes my friend happy. I can hide matches and gasoline in his locker while he's distracted by pee. I may do both, just in case.
Looks like friendship really is magic. Specifically, pyromancy. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Oh...
An energy drink made of waffles.
Does that even exist? Jesus, it really likes you first.
It really does, doesn't it? Well, I mean, there is only 2 of us to choose from, so it's a 50-50 chance. Alright.
I knew
Well,
every time. Jesus.
I'm gonna go and sit with the wolf pack because it doesn't matter who I want to date now, because I'm gonna be doing the thing with the mask. So certain of those items from the shop, once you buy them, they basically derail the rest of your playthrough and force you towards a secret ending, which you can get out of only by failing it. So we're both on secret ending tracks right now, so it doesn't really matter who we sit with, but you sitting with Damien is still probably a good idea to keep him interested. Because I think you've still got to choose him and succeed with him at the end to get the full secret ending that you're aiming at.
I'm gonna go for Damien. I want
Yep.
to see what that's like.
But first I have to come and sit with the wolf pack. You've barely sat down when the whole wolf pack comes running over, clearly panicking. Do you want me to do them?
I don't have a voice.
Sure.
Dog, you gotta help us. We're suffocating. It's like we're not getting enough air. We can hardly talk.
You see the problem? You remind them that in addition to breathing out, they also need to breathe in.
Oh, whoa, that works way better. I had no idea how we forgot about that.
Yeah, you don't either.
Thanks for saving our lives, dog. We owe you one, and we'll pay you back. Right now. What do you want? We'll do literally anything.
Let's go with, give me an extreme makeover.
An extreme makeover? Like an extreme makeover? Are you sure?
You nod because apparently this is what you want from a pack of idiot dogmen.
Alright, boys. You know what that means. Time for one of our patented extreme spa treatments!
Suddenly, you're surrounded by wolves, covering your face with their wide, moist tongues. You could feel your pores really opening up beneath the relentless torrent of dog saliva and unconditional love. When the wolf pack finally gets bored of licking you, you're positively glowing. You gain +4 charm.
Ow.
Alright.
Damien.
Damien. Oh god, all 3 of these characters are you.
All
You're
3
gonna have
of
a good
these are
fun
me.
time talking to yourself.
Here
You
we
just
go.
sat down to eat with Damien and Liam. Well, to eat with Damien, Liam is just taking pictures of his food. When a leather-clad figure drops from the air vent onto your table, it's the Slayer!
Dirtbags, time to die. This always happens when we sit together. Rhetoric is offensive. Don't spoil my food pick. Oh, I'll spoil more than your food pick, Count Stankula. I'm about to spoil your face. Though, right? Both of your faces!
Slayer is right between the 3 of you. You can't save Liam and Damien, but if you act fast, you might just be able to save one.
Waiting for this moment your whole life. Flip the table for justice.
Normally, when you flip tables, it's out of anger or mischief, but this is about to be the most righteous table flip ever performed.
Pudding! No! My artfully arranged cafeteria food! Fucking up school property!
The Slayer ends up pinned under the table, along with Liam. Damien jumps down there and starts punching indiscriminately, not caring who he hits. So, you know, just another normal day for Damien.
I've never felt so alive. Whatever, let's flip all the rest of the tables in the cafeteria while the flipping's good.
You righteously flip every single table in the cafeteria. With each table flip, you find Damien is flipping a little more for you.
Make me.
Hey, there we go.
Change
You
your
get to go
face.
first for once. Alrighty. So, no
nighttime.
money this time. Because it's the shop. Where would you like to go? Just keep on with the boldness.
Could be a bit more in creativity, but if it doesn't matter in the end, then
Yeah, creativity is not probably going to matter much with Damien. Your other stats are all
just
pretty
keep
good.
building my boldness.
Alright. Keep on with the boldness. That day, you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity, so you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says, "I'm bold as fuck!" And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, "Well, not as bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold." And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you.
What the frick?
1 tow truck, 2 tons of rocket fuel, and 3 gallons of whiskey later, you and Damien are ready to fly to space and punch the sun.
Looks like everything's packed. I got the beef jerky sandwiches and sun punching gloves. I even renamed the ship.
You see that Damien has painted SS fuck on the side of the rocket in blood.
Alright, son, are you ready to get punched? Too bad, because we're coming to...
Stop right there, evildoers!
This is a good brigade to come shit in the punch bowl. What do you nerds want?
To put an end to your nefarious scheme, of course. We'll admit to being a bit surprised that a mere secondary character turned out to be this season's big bad.
Character?
But to fly into space itself, intent on delivering a deadly blow to the very sun, giver of life, banisher of darkness? It's a plan truly befitting the climax of our mid-season arc. You must be stopped.
In the dog dick are you guys talking about? I just want to punch the sun because the sun is dumb. Thought that I'm the ultimate warrior.
We will not be fooled. We know your true motives, and we will not rest until you are defeated.
I do not have time for this shit. Emily, can you get rid of these dweebs? I'd do it, but the police say I've already exceeded my murder quota for the week.
No way you're letting
Whoop.
these witches get between you and spicy red man crush. But what to do?
See. Scroll proving that your mission to punch the sun is part of an ancient and righteous quest.
Oh, you didn't have the creativity for that. Wait, you want to forge a scroll while the coven is standing right in front of you? Are you sure? Of course you are. You clicked the option, didn't you? Why do I even bother? You whip some toilet paper out of your backpack and get to work.
What are you doing?
Vandalism, hell yeah! Lame.
Lame is right. You know, just because you write ancient prophecy, spooky, on a roll of toilet paper doesn't make it true. And the only other thing you have on there is the word sun and a frowny face. This isn't very portentous at all. Also, why does your handwriting look exactly like Comic Sans?
This is amazing. Okay, this clearly isn't working. Time for plan B.
Plan B is tying you to a tree with a roll of toilet paper. You lose -2 charm and -1 fun.
You don't get to go
Alright.
to the sun.
Let's see. I am short on boldness, but I can't go to the boldness because you've been there. I will go to... Let's go to... class. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at a high school. You gain +2 smarts. Later, you're strutting your stuff with your new totem when it attracts some unwanted attention. Alright, so,
Okay,
yeah, Polly Party Ghost. Very much the kind of ditzy, vibrant, enthusiastic sort.
What a cute little dark deity totem you're rocking.
Ah, it's so tiny and sweet compared to the dark gods of the ocean. Poor, helpless little totem.
Blood gushes forth from the totem's eyes, streaking its face with a sinister red.
Oh no! Poor little guy.
Is that it, cutie patootie? Are you hungry-wungy?
The totem's mouth stretches open farther than it physically should be able to, and a swarm of locusts bursts forth.
We need to find a yummy for his tummy sacrifice. No princesses, though. I'm sure that's not what it wants anyway.
The totem burns fiery hot and ice cold at the same time. Oh, you better find a great sacrifice for the widow deity, or it'll make the gals so happy too. Let's see. I will be self-sacrificing and sacrifice myself.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh! You're going to sacrifice yourself? My hero!
Yeah, not gonna lie, that's kinda hot.
The totem glows fiery red in eager anticipation of your blood sacrifice. Luckily, you have powder of starfish in your backpack after a sketchy drug deal with a selkie. You take a swig of it, then casually chop off your own limbs.
Casually. Heck yeah, hardcore!
The totem grows impossibly large, or do your severed limbs grow impossibly small? It's hard to tell. The perspective seems fuzzy, but that could just be the blood loss. Regardless, the totem swallows your limbs whole, one by one. Gentle earthquakes ripple across the school, and you know in your heart that the totem is pleased.
That was so sweet of you. Who knew such nobility could lie in the heart of peasants?
Crushed it! Thanks to the powder of starfish, your limbs grow back in no time. You gain all new limbs, and you gain +2 boldness and +1 charm. That weekend, something happened to... Fuzzy.
Ooh.
You're practicing your moves against the invisible ninjas, who are totally real and totally after you, when you spy a much more visible threat.
Hammer, I need your advice about something. powerful person on Earth is, stronger than anvils or swords or nine-pack abs. It's love, and I think I just might be in it with your buddy Emily. Heck yeah, you are. And sure, love is already hardcore, but just because the feelings are so strong, that's badass. But the love will be doubly as strong and badass if it turns out that Emily is as hardcore as I think she is. And of course, there's really only one way to judge a person's true soul. Do you know what her inner murder weapon would be?
Duh. Of course you do. By which you mean you're happy to totally make it up on the spot. So now's the time to decide Emily's fate. Fun, right? Don't be a dick, unless you want to, in which case, totally go for it. Alright. You want Damien, don't you? Let's give you to Damien. Major cardiovascular diseases. Enemy, Emily, is the ultimate murderer, the leading cause of death worldwide, and something capable of catching up to tough motherfuckers who have survived everything else.
I wouldn't have even thought of that. If vascular diseases were a knife, they would be the sharpest and deadliest knife ever. They would be 2 katanas. If they were a gun, they would be an atomic bomb. That makes 0 sense. Well, a cardiovascular disease was raging in Emily this entire time, and I never even knew it.
Well, that's confusingly worded, to say the least. But luckily, since you were the one who started this metaphor, you know that Emily isn't likely to die. Unless they're dying to go to prom with Damien, in which case, BAM! You're welcome, Emily. You gain +3 boldness yourself. Oh, I'm so bold now.
Make me.
Oh, back to me again.
Back to normal.
Yep. Alright, let's see. What am I low on? Creativity and fun. I'm gonna go for some creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the school play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you, Polly, and Miranda are watching your adorable little dark deity totem melt the faces of passers-by when... Thank God! You found the totem! Hand it over, quickly!
Oh, dudes, chill out for a second.
Whatever seems to be the matter? We're off to have a lovely picnic with our dearest totem friend, Little Buddy.
Your totem is Zagord, ruler of the Dark Realms, an agent of destruction. We must dispose of the totem before the world suffers.
Rude.
Truly, though. What have you ever done to earn our friendship? This totem has been there for us when we needed it.
Ran out of coke, Little Buddy made sure a dealer dropped dead in the club with full pockets, so I could have as much as I wanted.
When a suitor brought me the wrong flowers, Little Buddy made his eyes and teeth melt out of his face.
The totem purrs happily, which sounds like the shrieking of 1,000 cows dying of famine. Literally every time I think you guys can't make worse choices, you somehow make worse choices. The coven prepares to attack, their sights set on your precious totem. You'd better think fast. Let's see. I'll try for this one. Use sleight of hand to make the totem disappear. So smart. Thinking quickly, use your excellent dexterity to palm the totem.
Where did it go?
Wait, since when do you know magic? We didn't realize you were magical. We could have used your sorcery on so many quests.
My word! Do you ever stop talking? Please leave us be, peasants. We have more important things to discuss.
Well, I suppose if you possess such great powers, we can trust that you will be able to contain the dark deity within the totem.
Ish, fine Finally, a little respect around here. When will we ever not been trustworthy?
The coven pieces out, presumably because they have no examples rather than so many. Nothing up your sleeve except the totem. You remove it and head off to your picnic. You gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts. Alright. What do you reckon?
Well-
More boldness?
I've got lots of boldness. Let's bring my smarts up a bit.
Alright. Time to study. Oh, that's the shop. I mean, you could go to the shop and buy some
charm then.
smarts. You can buy an item that'll give
Nah.
you smarts, but nah. Charm.
Dave,
Alright.
of course. Yeah.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense, and both teams are so into it, that you decide to raise the stakes by betting part of your charm against part of the other team's leader's charm. That commitment amazes your whole team, and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take +2 charm from the other team's leader. She's now a bit less fabulous. You're chilling out, not murdering anybody, when Damien slinks up to you. He's holding a large sack with the words, "Definitely not a corpse," written on it.
Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but actually a corpse in this bag.
You never would have guessed.
I'm not saying I'm exactly responsible for making this corpse. Not without my lawyer present. But let's just say, he and I apparently had a very different definitions of rock, paper, scissors. Invested in going back to jail, so I need your help to help me hide this body real quick. It would be an extremely thing to do.
Luckily, hiding dead bodies is kind of your thing. You share your brilliant solution.
Chuck him in my garage. He'll blend perfectly with my collection of vintage dead bodies.
So bold. You throw the corpse in the back of Damien's dread chariot and hoof it over to your garage.
Holy hell, are these all yours? Some of these are total classics. Amelia Earhart? Fuck, you've got the 3 popes here. I spent all this time trying to be a great murderer. Murderer of all was right next to me the entire time.
Damien lovingly lays his mangled corpse next to your pristine collector's items, a look of awe on his face. Joke's on him, you're actually just a really accomplished grave robber. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm. Oh, me first still.
Every time, except for once.
Yep. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go with the wolf pack again and get some more stats, because I don't really want to endear myself to anyone. You puff yourself up, hoping to look as big and tough and sporty as possible as you take your seat next to the wolf pack. Hey, you! You know what it means that you took a seat next to the wolf pack's table? Well, it probably means that you don't care that much about defining your love interest you're pursuing, and or that their table was already taken. It means you're now one of us! One of us! One of us! One of us! Don't get us wrong, the second lunch is over, we 100% go back to hating you because you're weak and not at our level, brah. But for now, you might as well enjoy living your best werewolf life to the max! Sometimes we like to stick with the classic blanketly hating all other monsters, but other days we like to be aggressively inclusive. And you caught us on an aggressively inclusive day! Yeah, bro! So, what classic werewolf activity would you like to do in these brief, glorious moments in which you get to be part of the TEAME? Correcting their spelling of team probably isn't a classic werewolf activity. Better go with something more like practicing ikebana, the ancient Japanese art of floral arrangements, just super wolfy. Hell yeah! It's like you're in our minds already! Thank you for seeing that part of the Wolfpack is more than just playing sports, hitting the gym, and being total douche bros. Don't get us wrong, those are like the 3 central pillars of Wolfpack life, but we're just also super into Ikebana. You and the Wolfpack slam dunk the rest of your respective lunches into the trash and head outside to do some serious fucking flower picking and subsequent arranging.
Intense.
Bro, look at this arrangement! Michigan azalea with a dahlia! It's so dope! Whoa, dude! Daisies and daffodils? Extreme! Yeah, and don't forget putting your tie at 70 degrees, bro. Don't be an Ikebana noob. Man, you guys with the sick bouquets, we're gonna be drowning in pansies and peonies and pussy, yeah! Well, leave it to the Wolfpack to somehow turn floral arrangements into crude sexual remarks. But hey, your flowers look bomb.com, and you gain +4 creativity.
I've never heard that before. That's funny.
It's used a few times in this game in various locations. It's good.
Back to Damien.
Yep. Oh, some Vera finally.
I'm on a mission.
You find Damien and Vera hunched over a scale model of Spooky National Bank, made of milk cartons, lunch trays, and ketchup packets.
All right. We go in through the side entrance, disable the alarms with an EMP, and blow the safe.
Blow up the side entrance, blow up the alarms, and blow up the safe.
Because we only have so much C4, Damien.
No problem. What's this thing?
Damien points to a kosher dill pickle in front of the vault labeled Police Ogre.
That's the police ogre. He's got eyes all the way around his head, never sleeps, doesn't take bribes, and is invincible in combat.
Can we blow him up?
No, we can't blow him up. We need to find a way around him.
Ideas. Yo, Emily, we'll cut you in on the heist if you can solve this ogre problem for us.
Luckily, you're a heist mastermind. Before Vera or Damien can react, you...
Well, let's do this.
Which one? I must
Eat
have
the
missed
pickle.
you. Eat the pickle? Quick as a flash,
Yeah.
you snatch the pickle off the table and bite it in half.
Yes! Success! Suck it, ogre!
That doesn't actually solve the...
Now's the time. Now the part of the vault is clear. We can blow it open and walk out with the cash.
But the ogre is still there.
I see no ogre.
Fine. Why don't you two just rob the bank then? I'll focus on my illegal drug trade.
You're happy to share a romantic heist with Damien. Together, you eat the actual ogre just like you ate the pickle, and everybody knows police ogres are the ultimate aphrodisiac. Everybody chooses a celebrity. No, we don't. Hey, there we go. You get to go first this time. Twice in one game. What luck. Alright, Emily. You can go
Need more
anywhere. The shop is
creativity.
closed now. Creativity? Let's do it. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you totally forget your lines. It's terrible. But you don't let that get you
Real
down.
play practice.
You start improvising all your lines. And it's marvelous. Somehow, it enhances the path of the play in unexpected ways. And that's saying something, since half of your improvisation is a rap battle against your inner fears. You gain +2 creativity. You're daydreaming about how Damien would look walking down the aisle towards you. When
Ow.
you see Damien walking down the aisle, hallway, towards you.
Oh, so listen, don't be uncool about this or make it a big thing, but I think you're pretty rad. Like, maybe even as rad as I am. So I thought it might be sweet if we could, you know, aim together. Would you be into that? Could you even fucking handle that?
Yes, of course you could, and would, and should.
What kind of crime are you into these days?
Quick, suggest the most badass and romantic crime for an excellent date with Damien.
Dinner and a movie. Only the dinner is arson, and the movie is also arson. Arson and arson? What a night.
Damien picks you up and presents you with a bouquet of matches and lighters, which you blush and happily accept. You smile demurely as Damien pulls out your chair for you and then sets it on fire. You confidently order off the menu for both of you before setting both menus on fire. After a delicious meal, the two of you flirtily squabble over whose absolute pleasure it would be to pick up the check as the flames rage high all around you.
Need to head out for.
Heck yeah, you are. The two of you head to a movie, immediately setting your ticket stubs on fire. You take your seats and set the row in front of you on fire. You talk through the previews as the flames leap higher and higher, bathing in a romantic glow. It's the hottest date of all time in so many ways.
Hey, I had a really nice time tonight. The only thing better than the arson was the more arson. I saw that line coming a mile away.
Is he actually blushing, or is that just the heat of all the heat from all that so much arson? OMFG, this date was literal fire, but no, like actually literal fire. You gain +2 charm and +1 boldness. Alright, let's see. I could
Be the
do
more
with
arson. I saw
maybe
that.
some more
and I
fun,
was
maybe.
like,
Yes, that was good, wasn't it? Alright, that day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point, there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. For a long moment, you, Polly, and Miranda can do nothing but stare at the newly freed dark deity.
Dude, this is awesome!
I can't believe our sweet little kawaii deity is finally out here in the universe with us.
Like, now what?
Yeah, I guess little buddy isn't so little anymore.
The dark deity smiles, the grin of the eternally damned. The paint begins to melt off the walls of the hallway. Windows shatter, sending shards of glass flying dangerously through the air. The ground rumbles and shakes with the force of a magnitude 12 earthquake, which is actually farther than the Richter scale goes. Yikes, who knew that unleashing a dark deity from a totem would have consequences? This could definitely spiral out of control. Better do something, and fast. Yes. This is what I will do. Ask the deity to the monster from. Oh, I don't have the charm for it. Oh, you immediately drop to one knee and pull out a beautiful bouquet of blood-soaked daisies.
Oh my god, what?
Squee!
You make your pitch to the dark deity, citing all the wonderful times you've had together, annoying the coven, making sacrifices, melting faces, and how much it's all meant to you. The dark deity blushes, and cracks creep across the glass of the windows.
Oh shoot, this is awkward, but I've been seeing this eldritch horror for a couple of millennia now. They're really a cool beast. Destroyed a lot of civilizations, murdered a lot of really great people. I guess I should have said something sooner. Sorry, you're a really great friend, though.
So how'd you meet this eldritch horror?
Tell us about your first date. Was it a beautiful courtship?
With that, the girls walk off with the dark deity to hear all about its love interest, who isn't you, leaving you to your lonely, miserable existence. You lose -2 smarts and -1 charm. The monster prom draws near. Emily, who will you ask to prom?
I wonder.
Will it be Damien? I think it will. Well, I messed up with the deity, so I guess I'll just fall back on Miranda since she seemed somewhat interested in me. Give it a try. Okay. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you.
Eck! That's disgusting. I'm sorry, I'm seeing someone. Like, right now. Hey, you, peasant.
Miranda is just waving her hand at a distracted passerby.
I order you to rescue me from this awkward situation. See, I know him. Farewell.
Your failure made you so despised by society that you were exiled to the wilds, where you joined a pack of wolves. Still, you were so bad at social interaction that you also failed at getting a date for wolf prom. Oh, Emily, you finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to monster prom with you.
Committing murder might be badass, but nothing is as badass as following your heart and believing unapologetically in love. Let's live our lives with zero regrets. Prom, here we go.
Prom night was crazy intense. At one point, classmates of yours criticized how Damien is always getting into fistfights. For which Damien punched him, starting yet another fistfight. You joined in and fought with him back to back. It was a super sexy choreographed fight, and you even exchanged trusting glances while watching over each other's backs. And that wasn't the only time that night that you took care of Damien's rear. Wink. Oh, I was best at impersonating a plate of spaghetti. And Damien had the sexiest horn. Well, 6 new events and 10 new outcomes. That's not bad. We didn't quite get the punching the sun ending, but oh well. Next time. That's the first time I've even seen it come up in my game. I've seen it in other people's games. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Miranda got a job at being princess of her kingdom, which it was actually already kind of her job. But, well, you surely don't see her complaining about it. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything, till one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. Polly's drug cooking skills proved to be useful, and she became a chemist for the pharmaceutical industry. Yet, on her free time, she still cooks drugs. Her greatest inventions so far are watermelon-flavoured ecstasy and a thing called LS Dope. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Hey, there we go. We did it. We played Monster Prom. Did we unlock any new pictures? Nope. Oh well. Okay, well, that's the end of the stream. Let's say goodbye to the internet. Goodbye, Twitch. You've been watching Princess Fuzzy
Bye,
and
internet.
Emily Waffles, yay! Playing Monster Prom.
Ooh.
We'll be back another time,
I mean, yay.
perhaps, with some more. Bye-bye.